and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. What a treat to be here in what is called the prettiest little stadium in America, home to the Georgia Southern Eagles in Statesboro. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Southern Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mountaineers offense will go on the attack first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Turning it on! And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Got a man. It's George. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And a good job in... There as they stop it after just a few. The Mountaineers want to move quickly. Let's talk about App State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now point.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He's got great speed. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Georgia Southern's offense will go to work for the first time today. They're led by a sensational signal caller, and Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary. And there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to pick on. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find creative ways to help out this cornerback and use safety coverage over the top, some zone, try and get him as many doubles as they can. But you can't double cover all game long. This guy's going to be on an island from time to time, and you know that's when the quarterback's going to go after.
And I was about to say, dude, I'm not giving you that opportunity. I'm not putting him on an island. I'm going to use zone coverages. I'm going to try to hide him as much as I can. You see this all the time. You know you're at a deficiency. How do you mask it? How do you hide it? If he goes one-on-one on an island, that's a...
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
Well, this offense defense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Appalachian State regains possession and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's George. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Mountaineers will hustle to the line. And the pass is incomplete. By the hit.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going. Looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
Dumps it off in the flats. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Here's the heat. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Guys, let's look at the big picture for Georgia Southern. Breaking into the top 15, just one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got...
Breaks away on the left. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Eagles!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Tennessee opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Now the play fake. Buys a little time with his feet.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick... First down. The Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to bring it back. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Eagles.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Swings it out to the flat. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. And the Mountaineers racing to the line in a hurry up. Trying play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Mountaineers line up to punt it away.
It's 4th down.
Playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Great place to start for this offense.
Here we go.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Right on the money. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just on the edge of the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll try the run. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big...
Unleashes one deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it. There's time, but this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
We reached the end of the period. Georgia Southern is on top, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Off the RPO, complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. It's complete to the right. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. And the Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Eagles want to crank the tempo. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's got an open man. Finally corralled. He picked up. Down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking to throw on 1st down. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up the first without scoring. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Touchdown, Eagles! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got the back in the middle. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Here's the pressure. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. The Mountaineers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, it's a fumble. He picks it up, still on his feet. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. The punt is headed out of bounds and they couldn't be happier about that given the danger of that return guy. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Eagles. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete out of the backfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Number 16.
The Mountaineers send out the punt unit. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on first down. It's complete on the right side. There he goes. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Inside the 25, they'll snap it through the 24. First down. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's George. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. He's got his man. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Mountaineers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're working that left side. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The offense set for a 1st down play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The offense will have to use its 1st time out of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. Georgia Southern comes to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And back to the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's George. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires on the move. Grabbed in the middle. It's George. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Timeout, Appalachian State.
And as the clock is winding down here in the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal team. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Splits the uprights. It's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun 1st half between these rivals. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Mountaineers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll start this third quarter with a run. He has the first and still on his feet. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Motion from the wideout. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Immediately fires to the middle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. He's got it. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He is.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10.
Let's go! Let's go!
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Connection to the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Eagles in the hurry up. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Ready.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Power football with the run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
29 Philly.
Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, the ground game. Turning it on. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Here we go.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Gets it out fast. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Under fire. That ought to be enough to move the chains and give Georgia Southern a first down. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Georgia Southern in a hurry. The offense changing the play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Asher. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42. And the Eagles are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. The Eagles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Here we go.
They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. They'll send the back in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Asher. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Eagles. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
The Mountaineers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Lofts one high and deep. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse. That defender was right there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Eagles. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. You got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, how about that? The mindset of the offensive coordinator. You got a really big lead. You're sitting really pretty, but I think this is just about rubbing your nose in it and trying to make bigger plays down the field, but the defense finally got to stop, and they need some more of those and some big plays to get back in this game.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He wants to go deep, and it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Here's the return. Ripping through the defense. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Moving away from pressure. He tried to get away, but the defense was able to track him down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page. You get the incompletion. That's something.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The corners are walked up tight.
Get set, get set.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got the quick pass. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. The Mountaineers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Rides to back and leaves it. On the move at the 30. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And they're able to get him on the ground. Guys, let's chat about App State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws toward the end zone. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window